Hello, welcome to What Were You Thinking? My name, as you guys know, is Jeremy Moses. Today, back to some straight talk, back to some real talk, and we're going to discuss yearbook equality. That's right, yearbook equality. It's a new phrase. It's been all over the place in the last few days, but the New York Times just did an article a couple of days ago, and I'm going to go ahead and link you to that down below in the doobly-doo so you can read this article for yourself. But here's the deal. Several schools, including one in New Jersey, or a couple in New Jersey, one in Florida, and I've heard about one in Illinois. I don't know if that was in there or not. I didn't see it. Maybe I skipped right over it. But several schools have decided to institute a policy where no student can be in the yearbook more than maybe 2 times per year. That's right, 2 times per year per student. And I think this is probably one of the most asinine policies I have ever heard of. In a sense, I can understand where some of these politically correct groups are coming from, because, you know, we're all about not hurting the self-esteem of our students, and certainly not our own children. By the way, I don't have children, just for the record. That doesn't influence my opinion at all, but I don't have children. Anyway, you know, we don't want to hurt the self-esteem of today's youth. The problem with that is that now it's going to work in reverse. Instead of the students that weren't in any clubs, weren't in any after-school extracurriculars, weren't in any athletics, didn't go to school social functions like dances, games, what have you. Instead of those students being hurt, now we're risking the students that were in those activities and did things that were worth noting being hurt, because they're going to be like, what? I was first team all-state, and now you're telling me my accomplishment didn't matter? I broke a school record in home runs, and now you're telling me my accomplishment didn't matter? That's the wrong message. That is completely the wrong message. Now, on the other hand, you know, those students that accomplished first team all-state, you know, school record for home runs, most goals ever by a student in a season, you know, for a particular school. Those students, yeah, they'll be recognized as, you know, top athletes, and they'll be rightfully, most likely, recognized with a scholarship to a top school. And that's fine. That's great. But we want these kids to be able to look back and say to their own children, hey, I did this in high school. I was first team all-state. I led the school, or I broke the school record for home runs in a season. I did X, Y, and Z. And we want to take that away from today's youth? What were you thinking? Seriously? What were you thinking? And to the kids that are going to complain, but I'm not in, you know, I wasn't in all these activities, all these clubs, all these athletics. I'm not cut out for this. Get in. Seriously. You'll be doing yourself a big favor. Not just, you know, with the yearbook, but possibly in future endeavors as well, if you think about it. Colleges like people, or like students that were active in different activities. It doesn't matter if it was the chess club, the Spanish club, the pep club, the whatever club, you name it. If a college looks at it, they're going to be like, oh, this student was involved in all these activities. Let's give them a little help. You know, they'll help you with financial aid, and they'll be more likely to accept you anyway. But that doesn't happen unless you get in. Trust me. I was one of those students that in my freshman year of high school, I didn't know what was out there. I didn't know what activities were out there that I could participate in. And therefore, I was only in my freshman yearbook one time. Uno. A single time. Only there once. And you know what? I learned from it. I got smart. I said, you know what? I need to get into these activities. I need to get into these clubs. You know, and lo and behold, my junior year, I was featured approximately 4 different times. And one of those was even for prom. Come on. What junior or senior doesn't want to be seen looking their best at prom? I know I did. And I was. Granted, my dance moves, non-existent then, still non-existent today. But you know what? I at least went for it. And I had fun. And if you're having fun, chances are pretty good the yearbook editors will look at that and say, oh, he's having fun. Let's take his picture. Not their fault if the shot doesn't turn out. They at least tried. Anyway, that's yearbook equality according to me. I'm JMO. I hope to see you right back here in the very near future.